Hey kids, have you ever watched a show with a really surprising ending? Like all this crazy cool stuff happens, and then it turns out it was just a dream. Or the whole time you think someone is a good guy, and then they turn out to be a bad guy.
Did you know that the Bible kind of has a surprising ending?
Well, that's what we're talking about today. Let's get started.
Jesus went to court like a regular criminal. Jesus didn't get arrested because he stole something or did anything wrong.
No, he was arrested because he said he was God. And the religious leaders didn't like that and wanted him dead.
So they took him to court before a man named Pilate, and he decided if Jesus was guilty or not.
Pilate thought Jesus was innocent. Pilate asked the religious leaders what Jesus has done wrong.
They knew that Jesus didn't do anything wrong, so they just told Pilate to trust him, because there's no way they would lie about something like that.
So Pilate asked Jesus what he did wrong, but he already knew Jesus didn't do anything.
So then he went to tell everyone that Jesus was innocent.
So that should be the end of the story, right? They should have let Jesus go if he was innocent.
Pilate sentenced Jesus to death. Even though Jesus didn't do anything wrong, and Pilate knew that, they still sentenced him to death.
Instead of being fair and just, he gave in to the pressure of the people who wanted Jesus dead. But here is where the surprise ending comes in.
The whole thing was God's idea all along. Maybe that might seem a little weird to think about. After all, Jesus is God. At any time during his arrest, he could have flown away like Superman.
He had more power than any of them, but he didn't use that power. Instead, he allowed them to put him on trial and send him to the cross.
But this was all God's plan, so Jesus could die for our sins. Memory verse.
He was oppressed and treated harshly, yet he never said a word. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter. This verse was written hundreds of years before Jesus was even born.
But it shows us that this was God's plan all along. Jesus was meant to die for our sins, so that we could be in heaven with him someday.
So kids, next time you see a surprise ending, remember that the Bible has the best surprise ending of all.